Welcome to episode 70. Today we'll be talking about Disney Parks layoffs, news from HASLAB, a new Nick Fury series, and more. You are listening to the Castle Capes and Clones podcast, where we discuss everything in the Disney universe, from Disney films to Marvel, from Pixar to Star Wars, from ABC to the Muppets. If you are watching us on YouTube, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. And please do like this post. Hi, everybody. I'm Loren, and I'm here with my cousin and co pilot, Rich. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm suffering a little bit from allergies, so I apologize to everybody if I am sniffling a little bit during this episode.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
exactly. So, anything new happening?
um, I've been busy at work since
Yeah,
last Friday, so I haven't really had much time to do anything.
anything.
Still need to edit that Vegas trip video.
Yeah, I'm really excited
So
about that.
yeah, I will be filming a kind of introduction to my shows. So just so
Cool.
everyone knows, Lauren is not the only one who does videos. I just need to
I
sit
just have
down and
more
do it.
time. I have more time to,
Yeah,
to be fair to Rich. I have more time.
yeah. But that's why I was working all weekend. It gave me a little bit of time to figure out my game plan and strategy. So
Mm,
I will start off with a quick unboxing video,
nice.
and then I will also explain the different shows I will be doing.
Hmm.
So
Very cool.
how about you?
Very cool. I can't wait. I the only thing that I have to report outside my allergies is that I did watch the Secret Society of Second Born Royals, which came on Disney Plus last Friday. And I thought, just really quick, I thought it was cute. I thought it was a Disney Channel version of Sky High.
Mm,
It just had that kind of feel to it, and I
right.
enjoyed it. It's not gonna be something that's gonna attract like hardcore Marvel fans or anything like that. But
What?
if you like a Disney Channel movie and you like Sky High, you're gonna like this movie. So
Oh, so it's a movie, not a series? That
yeah,
was a
it's a movie.
series.
No,
All right.
it's a movie.
All
So
right.
anyway, I did a review of it, so I'll post that in the show notes.
Cool.
All right. Well, we have a lot of news to go through today. It's crazy. And we start our news from within the castle gates as always, with Disney news. So Disney has begun massive layoffs of their cast members, including 400 Imagineers and 2,800 park and hotel employees. It's so sad. I've been trying to catch up with some of my cast member friends who haven't heard
Oh,
yet.
yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, the people that I know haven't heard yet, but it's so heartbreaking.
I know it's such a big part of this area that I live in. That a lot of people work
Yeah,
for the parks, right? And I do know a lot
exactly.
of even the people who I used to be coworkers with. Like a lot of them got their start at Disney.
Disney,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. A
it's still a
lot of
lot of
people do.
ties.
Right, exactly. A lot of people have gotten their start at Disney, so just really, really sad. And I'm just surprised at how many people there are that they're laying off 400 Imagineers. I mean, like, what kind of projects are going to be put on the sideline, given that 400 Imagineers are being, you know, and
Yeah.
who knows, like, how much of this is temporary or what? And the next news story will kind of talk a little bit about why I'm wondering this.
Yeah.
But guidelines for theme parks will be released this week in California, and there are expected to be a slower, more tiered approach than Walt Disney World. So I guess we're going to be hearing sooner rather than later about Disneyland opening. And so I'm just wondering how these layoffs are going to impact the park reopening, or the reopening of the parks impact the layoffs. I really
Right.
hope that maybe it's going to slow it down a little bit, or what. I have no idea how these all of this is working.
No, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Like, I'm trying to remember how Disney World opened.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it just means like it's not gonna go full on. Because I feel like Disney World, once they opened, everything kind of went really quickly. Because there's supposed to be different phases, right?
Yeah.
Restaurants, sort of, and then it just build into whatever. But I
Mm-hmm.
feel like, one week it was like, okay, we start with this, and then next week they already went on to phase like four.
Right. Yeah.
But
Exactly.
I feel like California, is in a dip, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's getting better, so of course you don't want all of a sudden to open up all the parks and then
And
boom,
then suddenly go
we're
backward.
back. We're back
Yeah.
in April or whatever.
Exactly. And
So
and I don't think that Lisa wants that either.
yeah, right. And I think because like again, I've been following what's going on in Florida, and it doesn't seem like there's any big uptick caused by the parks, but
Right.
you know, California tends to be a little bit more careful, obviously, because they haven't even opened. Like in Disney in Florida, and all the parks in Florida have been open since July
Mm-hmm.
or something. So
Yeah.
caution. I agree with. It's fine. It's just unfortunate that it takes so long that they've had to
Lay off
lay off
people.
a bunch of people. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully, when things start normalizing, people who lost their jobs, who want their jobs back, will be
Yeah,
able to get them. I'm just hoping. I'm really hoping. So,
definitely.
yeah. Well, Florida is heading into a phase three of its reopening, with which would allow Walt Disney World to ease up on its safety restrictions while still encouraging folks to stay socially distanced and minimize time in large groups. So I guess anything else, it sounds like masks are not going to be required anymore, and you just have to socially distance.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know, I know,
I
I
mean,
know.
like I know we don't obviously don't get political, but Florida is not looking the best in terms of all this stuff. So
No.
I don't see why that. I just like my fear is that it will happen. Like all the things that I
Mhm.
hoped won't happen and hasn't happened will happen when this kind of level of restrictions are lifted.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
um, and it would be a shame to have to close down if it gets out of hand. And Florida doesn't seem like it's a state that is under control,
Hmm.
unfortunately.
No, it doesn't. Mm, I just don't think that people should be. It's like, just keep the. It seems to be the way that it's working right now. Seems to be working. You know,
Yeah,
so why increase? Why decrease the safety any in while we still don't have any kind of immunization or anything like that. We
right.
should definitely at least stay the course
Yeah,
through that time.
yeah. I mean, I get it. Like, it is revenue, and in the the biggest time of the year is coming up with the holidays and whatnot.
Hmm.
But you also go like this kind of thing also puts your employees in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Now, I'm hoping that this doesn't mean that Disney will all of a sudden also like willy nilly just be like, and everyone mass off and whatever. I hope they still retain much of their restrictions.
Hmm.
I mean, not just for the patrons, but like really their employees who are it's their job to be there. You know, they need work, obviously, they need money, but you know, I would hate for them to be at super risk and then pay the ultimate price for it.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
So, uh, let's just hope that whatever happens, that we don't go backward. We
yeah,
just hope.
yeah.
All right. So the Alani is going to be opening in November, and that's a smaller pocket.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how much of a reservation system they have if they keep it down to like 25%. I mean, that would be a good time at the Alani for anybody.
Yeah, I haven't really looked at how Hawaii is doing. I
Yeah.
mean, it is an island, so
Mm-hmm.
you know, and with travel, I don't know how the travel restrictions are currently in
Yeah.
and to and from Hawaii, but hopefully for them it's still safe.
Right.
So, 'cause I
Yeah.
would
Let's.
love to go back to there soon.
Me
Also,
too.
yeah.
Definitely. All right. So D23, the D23 Expo has moved from 2021 to September 2022. It's sad that has to
Yeah.
move. I mean, like for 10 years, it's always been in an odd year, but I think their decision is absolutely the right one to do.
Right.
Let's not just say we're going to postpone it. Let's go to a time where we really think that significant strides will be made,
Yeah.
and then just plan it then.
Yeah, because even if, the best case scenario, we get a vaccine at the beginning or end of this year, beginning of
Mm,
next year, end of this year, that doesn't mean we're all out of the woods. It's the first step into building herd immunity
exactly.
and whatever. Like, because you just, like, yeah, I think we've said it before. Like, take the flu. We
Yeah.
all get flu shots every year. It doesn't mean we're cured of the flu. We just, we're hopefully less susceptible to get it,
Right.
right? So it doesn't mean COVID disappears forever. It just becomes part of our regimen of every year we need to probably get a COVID shot,
Yeah.
right? And so pushing it to 2022 will give time for that, and again, hopefully we do get some kind of vaccine that works. I know
Hmm.
there's a lot of tests going on, so fingers crossed. But it will
Yeah.
take about a year before everything becomes semi-safe, especially for something like D23, where it's all about enclosed spaces, tightly packed people, and things like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Definitely.
I just it's also the same year that Celebration is happening, but
Interesting.
Celebration takes place in the same exact convention center because it's in Anaheim,
Hmm.
which is where D23 is. So I
Right.
wonder if one of them is going to
I mean, one of them is going to have to move
move,
dates.
right? So I
Right.
wonder, I wonder if one of them just can become earlier,
I
because like they
guess.
can do like because Star Wars Celebration has happened in like spring,
Mm.
so maybe they can move it
Well,
to spring.
if D23 has already announced that it's going to be September 2022, they've already chosen a date. So they know that there's going to be a date, and they probably have solidified it into the calendar at the convention center, because that's the way that they are. They just,
Right.
so whatever Celebration has decided either didn't conflict with it, or they're still trying to figure out what dates they're going to be using.
That's true. I can't remember if they said when.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll be well. I mean, it's gonna. There's no way they're gonna do back-to-back conventions
Yeah.
of that size, and then that's also a couple months after Comic Con.
Hmm.
So we're gonna fit like even if they did August, that's that's quite a feat to have Comic Con, Celebration, D23.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I mean, they could, I guess, if it's August 2022 for Celebration and it's September for D23. Technically, it could happen.
It could. It
Yeah.
could, definitely.
My wallet would not be happy.
I know,
That's
exactly. That's what, like
Comic
the
Con.
years when they would have Comic Con and D23 all in like
The
one
week
year
after.
after the other. I'm
Yeah,
like, what the?
right. Yeah, because if Comic Con happens and then Star Wars happens and then D23, I like that's a load on my
Yeah,
wallet. Like it's gonna my wallet's gonna be mad at me.
yeah, exactly. So anyway,
Yeah.
all right. Well, moving on. The new Tokyo Disneyland expansion opened this week. So the new Beauty and the Beast ride has opened, the new Baymax ride has opened, and the new Minnie Mouse meet and greet has opened, and they all look fantastic. Have you seen any of it?
I have not seen any new footage. I know
Mm-hmm.
I've seen like especially the Beauty and the Beast. I've seen like the animatronic testing and stuff like that. And even
Yeah.
back then, it looked amazing, and I was jealous that it's going to be
Oh yeah.
overseas, right? Um, but I have not seen any footage from today or whenever.
Yeah.
Um, so,
It's it's really amazing stuff.
is it-
The filming of the Beauty and the Beast one is a little bit hard to see.
hmm,
But that only makes it so that you'll hopefully have a more special experience watching it live,
right.
and that's a good thing. And the Baymax ride is kind of like Mater's Junkyard Jamboree, and then Minnie's. Everybody thought that Minnie was going to meet in her standard dress, but she's got this whole Parisian photo shoot going on, and
Hmm.
this really fantastic outfit with the boots are on point. If I may say so.
Nice.
So really cute meet and greet area for her. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully one day seeing her there.
Yeah. I feel like when we all can go back to the parks and stuff, you should do like a video that's kind of like the award show fashion pre-shows
Yeah,
where we go to all the characters and talk about
what they're wearing.
what they're wearing.
Yeah.
Do like
uh,
commentary like as if we're in an award show.
yeah.
What is Minnie wearing today?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
All right. Well, speaking of meet and greets, Tokyo Disneyland, Shanghai Disneyland, and Tokyo Disney Sea will be using a virtual queue as they bring back character meet and greets at select locations. So previously, they had just had these really big socially distanced areas in which you could see the characters. And so now you're going to be able to meet a little bit closer, still socially distanced,
hmm.
um, but you get to wait in line, I guess. Or you get to wait in a virtual queue.
I wonder if they're gonna do that for Disney World
Yeah,
during Phase 3. Because right now it's just like cavalcades, like these random mini parades,
yeah,
right? So I wonder if they're gonna actually have like all right, now you can go to this area
hmm
and wave from afar.
yeah, yeah. I I don't know how they're going to do it. So
I mean, like at Universal, I just remember you couldn't stand really next to like Megatron and stuff. There was like a
right,
barrier, so maybe like that, but at least you can get a picture,
yeah,
right? It's not like, oh, here I am, but then like little Minnie Mouse in the back because she's super far away.
yeah.
So it
I
looks
think
like
that's what
you're
they're
there.
going to do.
Yeah, hopefully,
Yeah, yeah.
because still got to keep the cast members safe.
Right, exactly. No.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here is really sad piece of news, at least for me. Pete's Dragon star Helen Reddy passed away at the age of 78. I think that I said it many times that how personal movie that is for me, Pete's
Yeah.
Dragon. It's one of my seminal films of making me a Disney fan, and so her passing is kind of like hearing that Julie Andrews passed for me. Like she just had such an impact on that film,
Right.
and I know that people are going to say they're not the same person, but for me, that's the way that it felt, and I'm very sad that
Right.
she passed away.
Yeah. Like I read that, and I knew, it would affect you
Hmm.
a lot. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a sad thing, regardless.
Regardless, yeah.
Right.
But
So,
there are many fans of Helen Reddy that you
yeah.
know that are out there, and just a really sad thing. So anyway, I thought I'd share that.
Yeah. Condolences to her family and
Family,
friends
yes,
and
exactly,
fans.
and fans for sure. All right, so a new Mickey Mouse series, Mickey Mouse Funhouse, will be coming to Disney Junior, and that's supposed to accompany Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and Mickey Mouse and the Roadster Racers,
Those are, yeah.
Racer Roasters. You know what I'm talking about. The
Yes.
the,
The
the
car
racing
one.
show. Yeah, the car one.
Yes.
And so another Mickey Mouse show. Looks cute. I only saw one picture from it, but it looks
Is
like it's going
it?
to be more of a drawn show than a CGI show.
But it's not going to be like the retro.
No,
I've seen the.
it's more like the clubhouse, and
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, that would have been really cool if they did one in retro style for Disney Junior, just to get them
Something
to
different.
start liking the new style of Mickey,
Yeah.
the new old style of Mickey.
The new, the new old Mickey.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm sure I'll see it a lot because
I know. I was gonna say
that's Cassiana's jam.
that's her groove. All right. Well, Moonlight director Barry Jenkins has been tapped to direct the sequel to The Lion King. So I'm assuming that John Favreau didn't have a desire to do the sequel, because I can't
Probably.
imagine them wanting to get rid of him.
Well, I think he's also, with the news that we talked about last week about the Mandalorian, he's got
Yeah,
he's got a full plate. So,
yeah.
right.
That's why I'm saying is that he
Yeah.
probably didn't want to
Yeah.
retread old ground, and
But
you know,
have they said, is this going to be an original story? Or are they going to do one of those like
please don't let me.
I've never seen any of the like
Right,
sequels to these.
Lion King in one half.
Yeah, like those things. I'm like, it's not going to be that, is it? Like,
No, I don't think so.
okay,
I think it's going to be its own sequel.
its
I don't
own
know.
thing.
Maybe I'm hoping that they're not going to do a sequel that is one of those Disney Toon Studios ones. But I don't know. Who knows? Weirder things have happened, Rich. Weirder
That is
things have
true.
happened.
That is true.
Yeah, but Moonlight was a great film, and so I'm really for looking forward to seeing what he has to serve.
Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna. Well, obviously Simba, like the cast, hopefully comes back
Yeah,
with. I'm assuming it's gonna be like their kids.
yeah. I'm
I mean,
assuming as well.
you kind of have like the children aspect of it, so
Hmm.
it's probably
Yeah,
about their kids.
yeah. So who knows?
It's like Star Wars.
Exactly,
It's
exactly.
Ben's. It's
It's gonna be
his
like
kid's
Star Wars.
Ben's. It's Ben Solo, and like,
Yeah,
what happened to my
exactly.
uncle? So,
All right. Yara Shahidi from Grownish will be playing Tinkerbell in Disney's live action Peter Pan. And there's much casting news that comes out of this movie that I don't know what is what anymore. But I
Yeah,
like her and Grownish, and I think that she'd make a great Tinkerbell. So
cool.
I'm all for
Is
it.
this is this the same thing as that Peter and Wendy
Yeah,
movie? Okay, because
yeah,
I
yeah.
keep
They've
like
they've like renamed it, I guess, or I don't know. I'm assuming. I can't imagine that there are two Peter Pan
movies being made at,
movies going on at the same time.
but as you said, weirder things have happened.
Right, exactly. Things have happened, so
uh,
interesting stuff.
that's cool.
Yeah. All right, the Pixar Spark short Burrow will play before Soul, and I wonder what will happen if they do eventually release Soul on Disney Plus. I guess they'll
Huh?
release it as an extra.
Hopefully, or
Yeah,
I
or
mean,
just its own thing
or just
on Disney
beyond
Plus.
Spark
Spark short.
Disney Spark Shorts. Yeah,
Yeah,
who
I hope
knows?
so. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just like again, it's all unproven ground, and the sad thing is that it was a Spark short, and it would have been nice for it to have
a big
been
screen,
given a big screen release.
right?
But you know, we've seen that these films have been able to thrive on the small screen, so you know, hopefully it'll be okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now we move to the Clone Cantina for our Star Wars news. ILM, which is Industrial Lights and Magic, has released a 17-minute video on the making of the Razor Crest from The Mandalorian. And I posted a 17-minute video so that you can watch it if you want to see it.
Did you get the chance to watch it?
Yep. I thought it was very cool.
Yeah, like I get it's weirdly I get super nostalgic and a little emotional when I see like when they're showing the model practically with that blue screen that this harkens back to when you watch any of the making of the original
Hmm.
Star
Yeah.
Wars. And but then it also gives me hope as being like an independent filmmaker because that sequence they filmed like in a conference room with a regular Canon camera.
It's amazing.
So it wasn't like the super cinema whatever. It was like literally a Canon 5D.
Right.
Uh, and you know it was like, and if you look at it closely, it's like a sheet closed pin to like a rod somewhere,
It's so
and
crazy.
yeah, just like that kind of thing. Like it, they recreated something that looked like it came out of the 70s,
Yeah.
um, using like these things that they threw together with the cameras they had, and it looks super amazing. So it's it's real. I mean, like you really have to like making of documentary kind of things to like enjoy this. Like I feel like
Yeah.
some of it we saw a little bit of it in the making of the Mandalorian series
Right.
because there's footage of where John Favreau is like, you know, if you want something, just make a model of it, and then you can have it in your office. And that was like his motivation first to make for making the model of the Razor Crest because he just
Yeah.
wanted it.
Oh
So,
my gosh, that's so funny.
but but I mean, it fascinates me what they can do with miniatures and stuff like that. Like that was my favorite part of kind of like the making of the Lord of the Rings. Just the sheer amount of miniature work and
Hmm.
crafting and stuff. Because I can't fathom making all that stuff, but I would love to have that skill.
Oh yeah, when they were like carving the little piece, and then they had like the light glowing through that one thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, how do they do that? That's crazy.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very envious of their skill.
Right.
So
Oh my god, I've not had this microphone down.
nice.
I I'm telling you, I am having such allergies that I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
It's fine.
Just follow along with the bouncing ball.
Like
All right.
I've
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been working really long days for the past couple of days, and sometimes I forget things. So
Yeah.
anyway, yay.
All right. Well, speaking of the Razor Crest, Hasbro announced its latest HasLab project during Hasbro PlusCon, which is the Razor Crest. Did you die when you saw that?
I did not die because I'm here, but so for those who don't know, HasLab is
Oh yeah, yeah.
a project at Hasbro where there's some projects that they would love to do, but because of the sheer size and scope of it, would be unfeasible to mass produce.
Mm-hmm.
So what they do is it's almost like their version of a Kickstarter, and it's like, okay, we'll make this thing, but only for those people who back it. So they'll, you know, for a certain time, they open it up, and if you back it, then you get one, right?
Wow.
But they'll only make as many as people have backed it. So it's not like there's not going to be any kind of like huge surplus of it. So you won't see these in stores.
But do you have
Um,
to buy in at a certain price, or what do
yeah.
you?
So there's
Yeah.
one price. It's I want to say it's 350
Okay.
for
So
it.
then you buy in at 350, and then they'll
Yeah.
make that
And the
for the
thing
public.
like yeah. So the first one they did was the Katana, which is Jabba's sail barge.
Mm.
And that thing is 4 feet long.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to the Toydarian toy maker in Galaxy's Edge, at least the one in Disneyland.
Yeah.
There's you can see it in the toy store. It's there.
Oh.
Um,
Wow.
and I knew when I first saw it, I wanted it, but I'm like, that's four. Where am I going to put a 4 foot long toy?
Right.
Because I'm an idiot and it doesn't matter. I should just gotten it and just like
Yeah.
stored it somewhere and just be like, whatever, I got it.
Exactly.
I have it somewhere. Um, but like the second one they did wasn't. It's not just Star Wars because they also have other IP. So the second one was Unicron
Hmm.
from the Transformers movie. And that
Right.
thing is like I don't know, like 2.5 feet tall. And it took
Amazing.
there's a video of someone transforming it, and I think it took like 11 minutes.
Wow.
And as cool as that was, I'm like, that one I wasn't really. And it looked cool. I've always wanted one as a kid, but I'm not
Yeah.
really a big on collecting Transformers, so
Right.
whatever. But this year, they announced that it's the Razor Crest,
Yeah.
and I am a backer of that one, so
Oh,
I
you
will be
did. Okay, I
getting it.
was wondering.
Yeah. Um, what's cool about this one? It's kind of like Kickstarter and other kind of things where they have stretch goals. So they reached. I think their first one was 8,000 backers or 6,000 backers. So once they reached that, they announced, all right, so now that we reached these many, we're gonna also add an escape pod to the Razor Crest, right?
Nice.
And I think the next goal is at 10,000, and once they reach 10,000 backers, they're going to include a miniature or a Baby Yoda figure in the pram,
Nice. Oh,
which
that
is
would be
funny because
nice.
like I have the 6 inch like the
Without the
scale,
pram.
right? But it's like this bit, it's like super small.
Right.
This is 3 and a quarter, 3.75 scale
Oh, it
figures.
is?
So I'm like, how big is Yoda gonna be? It's gonna be like a millimeter tall.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's like all you need
Yeah.
a
So this is the 3 and 3/4 inch scale thing.
wow. Okay,
Um.
I didn't know. I thought it was a 6 inch ago.
Oh no, no, no. That would be super huge. But I mean, like,
Right.
I figured I paid $400 for the Millennium Falcon, so I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I can do this. And
Yeah.
if you look at the size, so the Millennium Falcon is like 2.5 feet long.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Razor Crest is about the same size
Yeah.
lengthwise. So it's a huge ship. So
Wow.
um, yeah, I'm just wondering like because they if you go to the website, you can kind of see the prototype. So it's not the finished version. It's not painted. But
Hmm.
if they're gonna take as much detail and care into this as they did the Millennium Falcon that I got, it's gonna look amazing. So
Well, it's interesting having seen this after. having watched that. I mean,
Yeah,
before watching the documentary, because now it's like, oh, in my head, I can definitely see how they, you know, could sculpt this thing.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
funny. The model that they built in the making of the
Mm,
Razor Crest is 2 feet long.
yeah.
The the HASLAB version is 2.5 feet long, so it's even
Wow.
bigger than the model that they used.
Wow.
Where am I gonna put it? I don't know. uh,
You'll find a way.
yeah, but I mean, it doesn't come out until next fall, so this is how it kind of goes. Like you buy in now, and then once I think you have until like the first week of November, and then they close it, and that's it. Once they
Yeah.
close it, you can't get it
Then you can't.
again.
Yeah, you can't.
Like I think they've given away some as like prizes for something, but you can't sit there and go like, oh, I want to buy this now. Like no, that's it. They
Right.
are only making as many as they have backers.
Wow.
But then they go into manufacturing, and that takes you know about a
Yeah.
year to get all
Yeah.
that done because it's this in prototype phase, so they have to do all the machine tools and whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
it does take a little bit, but looking at the Java sail barge, it'll probably be worth it.
Right.
So
Well, I
yay!
look forward to the unboxing someday of this.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, I
It'll
definitely
probably
know.
coincide. Like if it comes out next fall, it'll probably coincide with season 3
Oh,
of
there you
Mandalorian.
go.
So there you go.
Nice.
That'll be fun.
All right. Well, now we try on our capes and cowls for Marvel news. This is a big piece of news, but Jamie Foxx will be reprising his role as Electro in the third Spider-Man film, according to the Hollywood Reporter. I mean, that's a pretty big news source, and they said that that it'll probably have something to do with the Spider Verse. Um,
That
so
makes sense. I mean, like
yeah.
they could have done it. It's just this universe's version of him.
Mhm.
But if it's gonna be the version of him from the Andrew Garfield version, that'd be interesting.
Yeah,
Because then it is the Spider Verse, and I think that opens up so many doors. I think
I think so too. I think
so.
it's a good move to make if that's the way that they're going to go, is to open this up to the Spider Verse, and the MCU is opening it up to the multiverse, so it makes sense.
Yeah, you imagine
Yeah.
like Jamie Foxx and Michael Keaton.
Oh, I know, huh?
I
That'll
mean,
be
like,
crazy.
but then you have obviously um, Tom Holland, Peter Parker, but then throw in I don't know Spider Ham.
If they threw in Spider Ham, I would be dead. Like
Who I'd
I
love,
would. Yeah, I would be like, they're gonna do anything and everything now.
dude. Marvel could be like everyone fell in love with a tree. Why not Spider
I
Ham?
know, a tree and a raccoon, so yeah, I mean,
And just
why is
get
Spider Ham such a
just
weird
get John
concept?
Mulaney to do the voice again. It'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
Like that, or Nicolas Cage's uh, Spider-Man
Spider
Noir,
yeah,
Spider-Man Noir.
yeah.
But like, it'd be awesome if just he was just not just in the black costume, but like they actually digitally made him black and white
Oh yeah,
throughout
they'd
the whole
have
thing,
to.
right?
Yeah, they'd have to
That'd be
for
awesome.
sure.
Or Penny, Just
Right.
any of the characters from the animated.
Spider
Thing
Verse.
would be
Yeah,
fine.
the animated Spider Verse. That would be
Yeah,
so cool.
yeah.
All right. Well, up until that point, I thought this story was going to be the biggest Marvel story, and that Samuel L. Jackson will be reprising his role as Nick Fury in a new show for Disney Plus. Crazy.
you know, if you ask me, like, okay, what do you think will be the Disney Plus shows? It was
Yeah,
never was going to be Nick Fury. I thought he
yeah.
would be like almost done with it,
I know.
but all right.
I think he still enjoys it, and
Oh, I mean, yeah, but I mean, like, I
yeah,
didn't know where his character would like. I mean, his character. I guess it really shouldn't surprise me since been in everything almost,
Right.
right? He's got a big role in uh, Ms. Marvel. He
Yeah.
was in Spider-Man, and there's
I
kind of
mean,
that,
Captain Marvel.
huh?
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I
No, it's
still
okay.
I still remember her comic as Ms. Marvel. But yeah, Captain Marvel,
Yeah.
Spider-Man. I know like that whole cliffhanger with him not being because he was a Skrull, but then
Yeah.
he's in space.
He's in space. It might be that he's leading Sword. Because
That's
one thing that we didn't talk about in that WandaVision uh, trailer
hmm
is that Sword is present in that
in the trailer.
trailer. Yeah, that whole military thing that comes in at the end, and Monica Rambeau comes shooting through
Yeah,
space.
is
That's
that?
Sword.
Oh snap!
Yeah, yeah, and uh, one person had spotted Darcy in that group of people.
I have
I
to
know.
now, so now I have to like go back and like just
Yeah, I know
pause.
exactly. Yeah. If only I had the wherewithal to do
I
that,
mean,
like go through every frame.
I've said that so many times. Like I said I was gonna do that during Rise of Skywalker when
Yeah,
that the scene with all the ships and just go like, where are all the ships? But I
yeah.
haven't done it because like other people have done it, so I'm like, I'll just wait.
I know. That's my thing. It's like by the time that I can do it,
Yeah,
like 95 people already have like slick, polished
yeah,
YouTube
right.
videos, and
It's
I'm like,
like they've got like
sad clown.
the latest like TV, so they can see every pixel, so they can
Yeah,
go, there it is.
exactly.
I'm like, oh, okay,
So
I don't have that, so I probably wouldn't see
yeah,
it. But now I have to go and look at the trailer again.
yeah. So it looks like Sword is going to be playing a big part of the MCU moving forward.
Makes sense though.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Can't wait. And then
And
this
then
is
this
another
news.
big piece of news. But newcomer Iman Vellani has been cast in the titular role of Ms. Marvel. So we have a Ms. Marvel. And other casting has begun on Ms. Marvel. Here are some of the breakdowns. Shake, a male in the 50s to 70s. He's at the local mosque. He's warm, kind, understanding, and he's always there to lend an ear. There's Fariha, a female 30s and Sudanese, smart and intimidating. She's willing to do whatever to get what she wants, no matter what or who gets in the way. And then, weirdly enough, Adam has the exact same character breakdown. So I don't know if these are two different characters
It's
or
weird.
what.
They're
And
like
then the
partners.
final one is Auntie Ruby. She's a female Pakistani, 50 to 70s, vibrant, spirited, and animated. She's always in the know and never is a loss for words. So I'm loving the fact that they're building up her support cast because
Yeah.
that's been something that Ms. Marvel has all about being having a strong supporting cast.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
She looks young. So again, this is still my hope that this leads into a kind of teen team,
hmm
right? So
I think everybody's seeing it. Everybody's seeing it. From Wiccan and Speed
right.
kind of showing up in the WandaVision, Kate Bishop, Cassie Lang, Miss Marvel. I think everybody's seeing where they're going, and it's just a matter of getting them to actually tell us that much.
Right.
Yeah, I
New.
can't wait. I can't wait.
I know, right? I'm excited.
All right, so some Hawkeye casting news. Echo will be in the series, and Madam Mask is rumored to be in it. So there's some fairly high profile.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's like what's the word I'm searching for? High profile villains. to be in there.
Like I hope like they start soon and we get like once all this stuff gets in motion that next year or the year after we just get like show after show. Like there's always going to be a Marvel show to watch.
I hope so too. Like either a Marvel or a Star Wars show. Like I
Yes.
hope that it's gotten to that point with Disney Plus. I
Right.
definitely hope so.
So, I mean like there's a lot of shows so they
Oh
could,
yeah, yeah, they
you know,
definitely could do.
I mean maybe like a couple like a week or two with nothing, but like there
Right.
should be enough.
Yeah.
Like 8 if you're doing every 2 months for a show.
Or they do a
Okay.
season where it's like the summer may not have as much going on because
True.
people like to be outside and do
Fall and
all these
so
things.
fall and spring.
Yeah, fall and spring.
I could deal with that.
Yeah, I definitely could do that.
Yeah.
All right, so the final piece of Marvel news is that Disney Plus has released a trailer for the Marvel 616 documentary series. Did you get a chance to watch it?
Yep.
What did you think?
I mean, I've always been excited about this series.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because it's like it's different from any of the other ones and all the other ones I know that are coming up. Where it's kind of like it's told like first it's told by these different filmmakers, and they're not all like just like regular filmmakers. They come from different kind of aspects of the industry. But
Yeah.
it's not like making of something. It's kind of like it's looking at the people that are fans
Mm-hmm.
in a way, but like and then creators but like in a different kind of light. Like there's the whole cosplay aspect of it, the women writers stuff,
Mm-hmm.
comic writers. Uh, so and told from a different kind of point of view.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always been bought into it, but it looks like even though like the more I've seen it, it just looks like something's right up my alley, definitely. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
what'd you think?
I'm trying to figure out how I think about it. When they first talked about it was going to be something about the intersection of history and culture with Marvel Comics, and I thought that that was a really interesting idea. And what they showed us in this trailer was a little bit different from that. So I'm trying to reconcile all of that
Hmm.
together. But it looks good. It looks quality. I just wish that, and I think it maybe Disney did that Imagineering story, which was not done by them. It was done by another company, and it turned out to be this magnificent documentary series. I'd love Marvel to do something like that, where somebody else does the documentary series about them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, um, I mean, it could be that because the Russo brothers are doing their series, which
Yeah.
also hits upon the history of Marvel, but that one's like the history of Marvel and I think partly DC.
Right.
Um, so this is again a different kind of thing. So that one's history. This one's kind of like looking at Marvel through a different lens, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I
Oh,
welcome
we'll
it
see.
all.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I think that it's going to be great. I'll watch it, obviously. And I just think about what more I would like out of Marvel. I guess that's where I am right now.
Right.
All right. Well, we have gotten to our news beyond the gates, which is our non-traditional Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars news. Filming has wrapped for Avatar 2, and production for Avatar 3 will start soon. I actually had no idea that any of this was close to being where it is.
I honestly didn't even know
Yeah,
they were anywhere close to filming.
right. I didn't either. I thought that it was still in limbo. So, I
Like
mean,
I don't even know who's in it.
I don't either.
I'm
I think
assuming.
Zoe Saldana is still in it.
Oh wait, no, I know Sigourney Weaver because like there was a story about Sigourney Weaver doing a lot of the stunt work a couple
Hmm.
of weeks ago. I think I saw like she was totally in like water and she did everything, so that was
Mm.
cool. But I don't know why it didn't occur to me that they're that far in filming it.
Filming, yeah.
Also because we just the pandemic shut everything down,
Right,
so they
exactly.
must have been almost done at that point,
Beforehand.
which still would be news because I didn't know
Right,
that.
right.
So
But good for them.
yeah, like I guess there's three more.
Yeah, I know, huh? It's
Which is
crazy.
crazy to me.
Right.
Like
Well,
I hope Avatar 2 is good.
I do too. I mean, I want them to be good.
Yeah,
And it's just a matter of, I think it's just one of these things where when they announce that they're doing so many sequels all at once, that you're getting a little bit,
ahead of
too
yourself a
big for
little.
your britches.
Yeah.
And so you kind of, there's this level of Schadenfreude that you have for the, yeah, but I do want it to succeed. So,
If yeah, I like if anything, I really like Pandora in Animal Kingdom.
yeah, hopefully they'll continue to build on it.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing. It's like okay, maybe if these work, they can expand that a little bit and give us
Right.
even more cool things in that area.
Exactly.
If anything, to relieve the Flight of Passage queue,
Right.
do
Right.
something else, right?
Right.
Kind of like how Rise of the Resistance alleviates a little bit of the Millennium Falcon
Yeah.
queue. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that'd be cool. So hopefully, I mean, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely watch them for sure.
So yeah, and I wonder if like because at the first one pushed the 3D thing past like total beyond gimmick 3D.
Hmm.
Like they did it right. So I wonder what they're pushing this time, if anything, like technology wise.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because if anything, like James Cameron is an innovative director in that sense, where he kind of um, spearheads a lot of new technologies in filmmaking, things like that. So
He must have something up his sleeve.
I'm hoping. Like
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of his stuff. So
Right. All
so yeah.
right. Well, cool beans. All right. Well, we have come to the end of our news. Be sure to leave a review on iTunes or wherever you listen to our podcasts. It really helps us to be found. Share our posts with your friends and family on your social sites. And again, if you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to subscribe, hit the bell, and do like our posts. You can also reach us at podcasts at castlecapesandclones.com. Leave us your feedback, both good and bad. We'd love to hear from you. Reach us on Twitter at CCC Disney Uni and Instagram at Castle Capes and Clones. And you can reach me personally on Twitter at Lojav or on Instagram at Loren Javier. How about you, Rich?
It can be seen on Instagram and Twitter at R2 Romasanta.
All right. Well, the opinions expressed on today's podcast are solely our own, and we do not represent the Walt Disney Company, its subsidiaries, or assets. Thanks, everybody, for joining us.
Yep. Catch you on the flip side.